Attention passionate Montreal, Canadiens fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the Atlantic Division and it could shake up the entire conference. We're talking about a direct impact on Montreal Canadiens' path to another Stanley Cup run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Montreal Canadiens fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Montreal, CANADINS FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. Let's dive into something that's been buzzing around the NHL circles lately, something that could really change the landscape for the Canadiens in the near future. It's about a name you might have heard in the rumors mill. A guy whose size, skill set, and playoff experience could be exactly what Montreal needs to push forward. That name is Nicholas Hague, the towering defenseman from the Vegas Golden Knights. And yes, there's serious talk about him potentially ending up in Montreal. This isn't just idle chatter, folks. We're talking about real interest from the Canadiens, and not just them. Apparently, the Pittsburgh Penguins are also eyeing Hague. So, what makes this guy so intriguing, and why should Canadiens fans be paying close attention? Well, let's break it down. First off, Hague's physical presence on the ice is nothing short of imposing. Standing 6'6" and weighing around 240 pounds, he's the kind of defenseman who commands attention every time he steps on the ice. And in today's NHL, where size and reach can be game changers, Hague's frame gives him a natural advantage. But it's not just about the physicality. Hague is known for being a stay-at-home defenseman, someone who's reliable in his own zone, capable of shutting down the opposition's top forwards and clearing the crease with authority. Last season, he only scored 12 points in 68 games, which might seem modest, but numbers don't tell the whole story when it comes to a player's defensive reliability and physical presence. Defense isn't just about putting up points, it's about making the game easier for your teammates by limiting the opposition's chances and maintaining structure. Now, for the Canadiens, who have been searching for that solid, dependable left-shot defenseman to anchor their blue line, Hague could be a perfect fit. It's funny because some fans might be surprised to hear that Montreal is after another left-handed defenseman, especially considering their recent roster. But the truth is, Hague has shown he's versatile enough to play on the right side as well, which adds to his appeal. His ability to adapt and be a flexible defenseman is a huge plus, especially considering the Canadiens' current needs. They've been in a rebuilding phase, trying to develop young talent like David Reinbacher and Logan Mailloux, both of whom look promising, but perhaps aren't quite ready to take on top four roles in the NHL just yet. Hague, with his experience and size, could be a bridge, someone who can step in and provide stability while the kids continue their development. Let's talk a little about Hague's background. Drafted 34th overall in the second round of the 2017 NHL Draft by Vegas, Hague has been part of the Golden Knights' core for several seasons now. His development path has been interesting. He's not an offensive dynamo, but he's a reliable, stay-at-home defender who excels in his own zone. You might remember his contributions during Vegas's deep playoff runs, including their Stanley Cup victory in 2023. He played in multiple playoff series, logging 44 games in spring hockey, and that kind of playoff experience is invaluable, especially for a team like Montreal that's looking to build a core of veterans who can handle the pressure of postseason hockey. Interestingly, Hague's size and style of play make him somewhat of a rare commodity in the NHL today. Many teams are moving towards faster, more mobile defensemen who are adept at puck moving and offensive contributions. But there's still a crucial need for those punishing, stay-at-home defensemen, especially ones who can match up against the league's most physical lines. Hague fits that mold perfectly, and even though he only had 82 hits last season, placing him around 12th among the Golden Knights, that's still a significant number when you consider his role. His physicality, combined with his size, makes him a formidable presence in the defensive zone. Now, let's consider what this means for the Canadiens. Kent Hughes, the GM, has been clear about his approach, building through organic growth, developing young players, and making strategic trades to complement that. The recent playoff appearances by Reinbacher and Mailloux show promise, but the team still needs that veteran presence on the blue line. Hague could be just that. His playoff experience, his size, and his versatility make him an ideal candidate to help Montreal contend in a highly competitive Atlantic division that's only getting tougher. And we shouldn't forget Haig's age, 26, puts him right in the prime of his career, aligning perfectly with Montreal's current window for success. Another interesting aspect of Haig's profile is his potential role in the Canadiens' future roster plans. Some fans might wonder if acquiring a player like Haig means the team is giving up on their young defensemen. But in reality, it's more about balancing the roster. Rienbacher and Melu are talented, but they're still developing, and bringing in a player with Haig's experience can help ease that transition. Plus, Haig's ability to play on both sides provides flexibility for the coaching staff. It's all about creating a balanced, competitive blue line that can handle the rigors of a long NHL season and deep playoff runs. Now, you might ask, why would Vegas be willing to trade Haig? Well, the Golden Knights have a deep roster, and they're always making strategic moves to fine-tune their team. Haig's value has been rising, especially after his contributions during their Stanley Cup victory. But teams often have to make tough choices, especially when it comes to managing their defensive core. Vegas's management might be looking to clear cap space, or perhaps they see the potential for Haig to be a valuable asset for another team that's looking to bolster their defense. The Canadiens, with their rising profile and young core, could be the perfect landing spot for Haig, especially if they're willing to part with some draft capital or prospects. And let's not forget the broader context of the NHL this season. The Atlantic Division has become a battleground, with teams like Boston, Tampa Bay, and Florida all vying for supremacy. Montreal, under Martin St. Louis's leadership, has made significant strides, and their young core is beginning to gel. Adding a veteran like Haig could be the missing piece that pushes them over the edge, giving them that extra layer of defense and experience to match their talented forwards. In terms of style, Haig's game is quite physical. He's not shy about throwing his body around, and his 153 hits in the 2023-24 season show he's not afraid to engage physically. While he's not a prolific disher, only 82 assists last year, his role isn't to create offense but to prevent it. His value lies in his ability to read the game, position himself well, and make smart plays in his own zone. That's the kind of player every playoff-bound team needs, a steadying presence that can be relied upon night after night. Now, looking ahead, there are still questions. Will Vegas actually trade Haig? Will Montreal be willing to part with assets to bring him in? And what will the team's blue line look like after the trade? These are ongoing discussions, but what's clear is that Haig's name is on the radar, and the Canadiens are actively exploring options to strengthen their defense. The team's management has shown patience and a clear vision, and acquiring Haig could be a strategic move to accelerate their rebuild and give them a more competitive edge. It's also worth mentioning that the Canadiens have historically valued players with playoff experience. They're building a team that can not only make the postseason, but also make a deep run when they get there. Haig's experience, especially having played in 4 playoff tournaments, aligns perfectly with that philosophy. His presence can bring a calming influence to a relatively young defense, and his size and physicality can intimidate opponents, something that's often overlooked but highly valuable in the postseason. So, to wrap things up, folks, the potential acquisition of Nicolas Haig by the Montreal Canadiens isn't just a rumor. It's a strategic move that could reshape the team's defensive core, add much-needed experience, and provide a versatile player who can adapt to different roles. The Canadiens are in a fascinating phase, balancing youth development with veteran leadership, fighting for their spot in the playoffs, and aiming for that elusive Stanley Cup. Haig's size, playoff pedigree, and defensive reliability could be exactly what they need to take that next step. And now, Montreal Canadiens fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think Haig would be a perfect fit? Are you excited about the possibility of seeing him in red, white, and blue? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Canadiens. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Montreal Canadiens news. We're committed to bringing you the most comprehensive coverage, analysis, and insights, so make sure to subscribe, share, and keep the passion alive. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Canadiens!